be quite pleased by Raymond Carver. Two short stories, The Idea and They Are Not Your Husband. The Idea is the first, excellent, as the two previous ones. This is the third short story I read by Raymond Carver. The idea doesn't refer to I have an idea, but the idea, having this guy on this note, the very idea. In fact, in the short story, it's a revolt, an outrageous cry regarding the neighbor. There's a neighbor, again, a neighbor, as in the Neighbors, the previous story, noted here, I mean on this list I have, and on Goodreads in case you're interested. There's a woman who's undressing, nothing special here, but she's undressing near the window, and outside the window there's a man looking at her, a voyeur, if you will. He's coming every time there's rain. It's raining, and he has been coming very often in the past months or so. The couple who lives across from this apartment is watching this thing and this very idea in their turn, so they become voyeurs of the voyeur. And there's a mirror, I would say, now turn to them and ask the reader, what do we do in various situations, how we blame others for what we do ourselves, and get into these complex situations. The interesting aspect is revealed at some point, but I'm thinking now I shouldn't say it to leave you discover it. There's not much, I mean, there's no need for a spoiler alert. There's nothing happening like one gets killed, another one shot. No. I'm just saying something like that intrigued, puzzled me. Why is this woman watching the voyeur so outraged by the behavior of that slut? One day I'm gonna tell her. She mentions to her husband. Why is that? I don't know. Then we get into interesting details which could be boring, but they're artful when somebody's doing them right. I'm thinking now of Romanian cineasts, Mungiu, Porumboiu, mocked in some satirical newspapers when one is eating a soup. Well, he's eating a soup for 15 minutes or whatever that takes. So they're mocking this. But when it's done with a master stroke like here, it's interesting. It's she says, he says, it's a refrain. She's making some food, and we get some details, but that's you don't feel here. I don't feel any boredom at all. True, they're also short stories. It all takes 8 minutes or so. So I'd better wrap it up, because I'm gonna take longer than the story itself. The next one is also very interesting. They're Not Your Husband. Doreen is the woman, and they are not her husband. They, the rest. She's a waitress in a restaurant, and Earl, this husband, is between jobs. He's a salesman. He goes one day to her place, the place where she's working, in the hope that he can get a free something, lunch or something. He doesn't. He orders a sandwich number two, if I'm not wrong. But then overhears the discussion between two other clients. Look at that ass. Yeah, some like it, but it's so big. I don't like it. Neither do I. Not the coat, but I would say words to this effect. Earl is so upset by what he heard that he leaves the food on the table and leaves, even if Doreen, the wife, calls after him. So when she's home, he wants her to lose weight. Look at yourself in the mirror, he says. You need to lose weight. Um, as a salesman, he convinces her. He even says, I'm a closer. Close deal. Salesman. Good salesman. So, she tries, but then one day he comes and he finds her making eggs, ham, in the pan. What are you doing? He's very upset. However, after this discussion, she decides to eat less. She just picks at her job, small restaurant, whatever, and she starts losing weight. I'm not sure how much, 5 pounds and more. I don't know how much 5 pounds is. Still, fact is, she's already too small for the uniform. She has to take from the savings to use for the uniform. And that's one aspect which got my attention. It is difficult, hard for some people to lose weight. In fact, statistics show that however overweight we are in general, those who are poor are more overweight, if I can say that, than the rest, because they have a diet which reflects their money. They can't afford, like Doreen says, I can't afford a protein diet, too expensive. And then she doesn't like some of the rest. I'm thinking not to mention what happens, but it's a strange, odd, perverse reason why this man made his wife lose weight. I'm just gonna limit myself to that, because you might be interested to read and see why did he make her, put her up to this. Okay.